Hey, welcome to ChalkTalk, and it's just a midweek opportunity to be encouraged by the Scriptures. And this week I'd like to think about Hebrews 4, verse 15, and it reads like this: "For we do not have a high priest who cannot sympathize with our weaknesses, but one who has been tempted in all things as we are, yet without sin." And this Scripture is such an encouragement for us because we all face temptations. And when we think about the difference in a temptation and a test, Satan is the one who tempts us, and he tempts us towards those things that are evil. When we're being tested, God oftentimes will test us, but it's to prove out our faith, and it's not to move us towards evil. It's to strengthen us in our faith. And in this particular verse, he says we have a high priest, and Jesus is the high priest he's referring to in this particular idea of the high priest. And Jesus is the only high priest who has been tempted in all things, just as we are. He's been tempted with abandonment, with alienation, isolation, loneliness, betrayal. There's been a number of ways that temptation has come his way, and yet he never sinned in any of those temptations. We have a high priest, a mediator, someone who can help us, that has faced all the same things in principle that we have. And yet he's done it successfully without sin. He's a high priest who can sympathize with our weaknesses. This word sympathize is an interesting word because it means he's a co-sufferer with us. He gets in there with us when we're battling the temptations and when we're in the midst of suffering. He is a co-sufferer in there with our weaknesses. And what an encouragement today when we face these different battles to know that Jesus is right in there with us, and he's actually been successful to overcome every temptation. And with Christ in us, we too can overcome temptation today.